Well, while we was on our way to Birmingham, I was sitting there and I was thinking and I was trying to figure out what I was going to preach today. And because I have a lot of prepared messages that I have typed out and I have them in my notes on my phone, or if I get a thought, I just kind of type it out. I may put a Bible scripture and find it and come into a message. But I was writing it, and I don't know why. We was somewhere on 65 when I was writing, and this thought came to my mind, and it was patience as the fisherman. Patient as a fisherman. Patience as a fisherman. And I was like, wow. So I couldn't text it in my notes. So I got on the thing and I got on my notes and I said, patient as a fisherman. And we're going to get into it. But I remember when I was in a car accident and me and my brother and Ralph, we had a car accident. I was wrestling. And me and William Porter, I never forget, me and William Porter, we was wrestling and it broke my leg. And I broke my leg down at the ankle and it just was a loud, and it was just like that. And I knew something was wrong because I could just feel the pain. And we go and my brother is nervous and it's only a broken leg. I'm hopping and I'm like, okay. But he was just so nervous that he wrecked the car. And he wrecked the car, and the lady behind us takes us to Mama's house, and we get in the car, and another car, and we go up to the hospital in Eufaula, and Eufaula said that they couldn't do nothing for it, so they put it in a brace-like thing. They just kind of braced my leg up, and they asked us if we want to go on the car or did we want to go on the ambulance. And we chose to go on the car because I didn't want to ride in the ambulance. And we get in the car, and my leg is straight now because I can't bend it at all. They got it straight. And we get down to Dothan. He takes some x-rays and he said, well, we won't have to do surgery, but we're going to put a cast on. So they put a cast on my leg, and they go all the way up to my hip. I got a full cast to keep it just straight. But I'm going somewhere. And now I'm in and out of school. I'm going, but I'm in a wheelchair because my leg is straight and I can't walk on it. I ain't really figured out how to do the crutches yet. But I had to go back for a checkup. When I go for this checkup, and I check up here, you don't have to stay down there all day. We get up down there about 8, maybe get back home about 10. And Mama used to like to go fishing at this time. Come on, somebody. So we get back, and I really want to go on to school. I prefer school over fishing. Come on, I'm trying to help y'all. I prefer school over fishing because, see, I found out something here that we get there about 10 o'clock and we get there about 10, and I know that we're going to leave about 2:30 because I know we got to be back to at least get Danielle. Come on. So Danielle had to go. So 2:30, 3 o'clock, I know we're going to leave here by then. So I'm counting it up. I say from 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 hours at the most. 4.5 is going to be something good if we could just leave out of here at 4.5. But I'll never forget, we were sitting down there at Hagler's Mill. Not Hagler's Mill, it's the other mill over there on the road in Louisville, in Texasville, going on down the other mill. I can't think of the mill of it, but it's another mill that's right down the road. And we were sitting there, and we were sitting there, and we were fishing, and me, I'm a child, and it went from 10 to 11, and ain't nothing bite. Come on, I know I done been fishing before, and I know that little thing's supposed to go down when you get a nibble. Come on, I knew that much. Now I said, Mama, I ain't even seen a nibble. Come on, I know, because I've been watching, I done been fishing, and I know what it's like when I can see, and I know that cork thing's supposed to go down when, we're going to do some bouncing, and I ain't talking about when the wind blowing and it's moving. I'm talking about that joke is supposed to show, and we made it to 1 hour, and then we make it to 2, and, I'm hot, sweaty. Can I just go to school? I want to know school. Is school still an option at 12? Is school an option at 12 o'clock? I just need to know. Can I just go? Can you just check me in? And you can do it. I don't care how much fee you do have to check me in. I'm willing to go back to school. And most kids don't want to go to school, but I chose school over fishing. And now it's already 12, and it goes from 12 to 1. And I'm just looking at Mama and Mama. I don't think nothing here. I just don't believe nothing. And every once in a while, you want to check and see if the bait gone. Come on, because you said, since it ain't biting, the bait got to be the fell off the hook. Come on. But it ain't the bait still. Y'all, I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. So we sit there, Mama pull it up, and that bait still on there, throw it back out there, and she pull it up, and now we at 2 o'clock, and I know I about made it, because I said, well, I ain't the maximum now. I got 60 more minutes. That's my maximum. Because I know we got to go meet that Yale and get off the school bus. So my maximum is 60 more minutes. But it taught me something here. And I never thought that I would be able to use this in a message. But it taught me that you got to be patient to be a fisherman. Come on. You got to be real patient. And guess what, my mama? As she checked the hook to make sure that the bait was still on, I found out something that she would never throw it back in the same spot. Because she understood that there was nothing there. And there's no need to keep fishing in the same spot. So mama would eventually, and eventually she found the honey hole. Yeah, that's right. Y'all ain't with me. I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. Eventually, after me being mad for 4 hours and 30 minutes, 2:30 now, at 2:30, all of a sudden she started reeling them up or started pulling them in. And she bringing them in, and you know, me not knowing that if we leave early, come on, we don't have nothing to eat tonight. See, mama is fishing for a purpose. She's not just fishing to make me mad. She ain't just fishing because I'm hiding. She understands that I done prayed and I believe that God told me to come here and I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna move it from here to over there. I'm gonna move from there to right here, and then eventually I'm gonna get in the right spot. But a lot of us don't have the patience of the fisherman. I'm trying to help you, somebody. Let me help y'all. When I thought about this thing and I got to thinking about how you gotta be patient as a fisherman. A fisherman, we look at these brothers or the disciples here, and we understood that they done gone back to what they know because Jesus is dead. He is risen here, but we know that they gone back to what they know. And Peter was a fisherman or a master fisherman. But the Bible tells me, it says, you go on down, it says, Simon Peter said unto them, I go a fishing. I don't know what, I thought this was the third world, but I think this is a little, I don't know. Peter, I go a fishing sound like might have been, I don't know. I don't know. Peter from the country somewhere out there. I go a fishing. Yeah, country boy. So Peter had to be old country boy. But that's what Peter said. Peter said, I go a fishing. And they said unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into a ship immediately, and that night they caught nothing. But when the morning was come, now came Jesus, stood on the shore. But the disciples knew not that it was Jesus. Y'all don't hear me? It said the disciples knew not that it was Jesus. Could you imagine? You done come off of the high of Jesus, and he was the Messiah, and he's doing all these miracles, and now that he's dead, you return back to your normal self. Ain't no more high of Jesus no more. I ain't high no more off of that because he done died on us, and I thought he was this, and he talking about the third day, and he gonna ride all this stuff, and he done died. I go fishing. I go too then. I mean, we've been together this long. My women going fishing. At least we can go back home and give our wives. Come on, we done left everything. We done gave up everything for this Jesus, and he done turned around and died. At least we can go back home with some money in our pocket. Come on, at least we can feed the family when we get back there. At least, come on, you know what I mean? You do these, throw the hat. At least I can throw a few fish in there and see if she's gonna throw the fish out. Come on. So they say, well, let's go fishing, and then we can at least go back home after we go fishing. Because at least we'll have something to show. Come on. We'll have something to bring back to the family. We'll have something to show. But they say, listen, the Bible go on to say, it said the disciples, and they caught nothing after all night long. And I learned something here. When the Bible tells us, when God say, I'm going to make you fishers of men, can I help y'all?